Hello, awesome fans. I'm your host, Keith Wickham, and welcome to Sodor Live. This is our Halloween special, meaning we are going for that spooky vibe, as you can see by my carved pumpkins. But you must ask yourselves, are you ready to be scared?
Ah! What was that?
Today we have the first full-length trailer for TATMOC, aka Toby and the Multiverse of Chaos. Yes, very exciting. And we also have a very special tram engine with us today. Now, because it's Halloween, we will have our greatest human villains come on stage, all of them in costume and in character. We will also see some new villains as well. I would also like to discuss with you the stories of Sodor Dark Realm, but that will have to wait until after this commercial break. Welcome back to the show. Sodor Dark Realm is a much darker series where our greatest heroes become our greatest villains. Now, speaking of this, we have two Sodor Dark Realm Wattpad stories. These were deemed really dark or too difficult for Percy and the Beast Productions to make at that time. You see, these stories were Christmas specials that were written before Christmas 2021, meaning these stories have been kept secret for 1 year. These names are The Christmas War and The Christmas Carol. Warning, The Christmas War is so dark that it was deemed unsuitable for Percy and the Beast Productions channel, and the other is a time travel story. Obviously, either one of them is not canon. There will be a link in the description to the Wattpad stories. Speaking of Sodor Dark Realm, check out the prequel series, The Beginning of the Empire, which is canon, created by our talented teammate Sodor Fallout Studios. So go watch it on his channel after this, of course. Now let's get into the news. As you have probably read, Percy and the Beast Productions is only releasing content every second week instead of weekly, so it will give them more time to work on TATMOC. Also, would like to say special thanks to our winners of the logo contest. Remember, there are still 2 ongoing contests out there, so feel free to check them out. So, let's take a break for a moment, and here's a word from our sponsors. Welcome back. Let's get into our scary villain reveal. Some of you know, some you don't. I am going to make these entries a little easier. One at a time, here's a little magic. Now allow me to introduce the man in the top hat, Emperor Topham.
I am Emperor Topham Hat, the greatest emperor that Sodor, the entire world, has ever seen. With my vast empire, I shall conquer every Sodor in the multiverse.
Well, Topham, that's not happening today, and you have no empire here.
Beg your pardon. Was that mockery I hear coming from your lips? How dare you mock me, General Keith? Oh, you've made the single biggest mistake of your entire short-lived life, young man. Oh, I shall see to it that you suffer. But not long before I have you executed, and I will have your head brought to me on a...
Well, that's enough of you. On to our next villain. Let me introduce the big bad villain of TATMOC, Dr. Richard Beeching. What? Where am I? Why do I sound like this? We just both have strong, smooth voices, that's all. And you're here on my show.
I can smell steam engines here. Where are they? They must be destroyed. Where are they, or I will have your...
Well, that's 2 villains who want to take my head off. Now let's make it 3. Why do you look like me? Wait, you're the imposter. You're the one who's been impersonating me. I do not know what you're talking about, sir. I will kill you for trying to steal my life. Now, where's my gun? Well, everyone wants to kill me, including me somehow. On to our final villain, and he is a special one.
Interesting place you have here. May I interest you in this small injection? This will give you superpowers.
Oh, no, not today. Your injection will give me mutations, and that would be too much for my makeup team to handle.
Well, You're smarter than you look. I'll just send the beast in to make a snack out of you.
Well, that was enough from PT Boomer. Like I said before, all these villains want to kill me. Now, moving on. Are you ready for the greatest wooden tram engine ever? Give it up for Toby the Tram Engine. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back, everyone. I have our fan favorite Toby with me. How are you, Toby?
Hello, Keith. I'm doing well.
That's good to hear.
Oh my goodness, we have the same voice. Why, yes, we do.
How does it feel to star in your very own series?
Well, it's one of the biggest projects I'm happy to be a part of. It feels like quite the adventure being able to traverse the multiverse of chaos.
Just how many universes will you be visiting?
Wow, that's a hard question. I'm not sure. Only my producers know the answer.
Can you tell us which universe you are most excited to cross into?
Well, I think that would be the SCP universe, because of all the nice scenery we get to film in.
How big does this project feel compared to the previous ones you've starred in?
This project is so much bigger than any other projects by 100-fold in so many ways. Mighty Nick won't let us take any shortcuts on anything. Everything must be done right.
Will you be taking Henrietta along for this adventure?
Yes, of course she will be with me, for a lot of it.
How tough is it going to be to play multiple versions of yourself?
Oh, this is a huge pain and takes a lot of time to film. Sometimes they use body doubles or props, but there are quite a few scenes where I am in heavy makeup and prosthetics. Well, I can't tell you what versions of me I'll be playing. Spoilers.
So, Toby, I understand you brought a gift for us?
Yes, Keith, I do. Are you ready for the first full-length TATMOC trailer?
Yes, we are all excited. So, here it is.
The year is 1967. My name is Arthur Campbell, and I'm Toby's fireman. I've worked on this little island for a little over 6 years now. Good morning, Toby.
Morning, Arthur.
Morning.
You and Percy be filling in for James and Douglas with Little Western today.
You can try your best, but your steam kettles can't beat us. We're faster, stronger, better.
Our beloved island has fallen to the wrath of dieselization, with our famous engines being scrapped one by one, and there isn't anything we can do about it, since of course interference would mean certain death. The man behind all of this is Dr. Richard Beeching.
You all know my life. I've dedicated myself to improving British Railways and making sure it's the success it deserves to be. If that meant taking a few steam engines out of service and closing a few lines, then so be it. Diesels are the future of railways. Steam is weak. I'll go through every universe and I will show them the way. The power of dieselization. I'll be their god.
At first, I thought this island was a safe haven for steam engines. I guess I was wrong. I guess no one's immune.
Now let the chaos begin. Ha! You know, even when you're about to die, you're still as hot-headed and cocky as ever.
Thanks for that awesome trailer. We can hardly wait for Christmas to see TATMOC. Now then, I noticed that Arthur and Neville are taking part in TATMOC. You don't normally see anyone else apart from the main Steam team in most AUs. How excited are they to be involved?
They are really excited to be a part of this epic story. They are great engines to work with, but I believe their scenes are limited. But I could be wrong.
What are the other engines' take on the series?
Well, most of them find it interesting to play so many different versions of themselves, because it can get boring playing the same old character over and over again.
Are all you engines getting along well with the Diesels and Dr. Beeching?
Yes, we are all getting along. We can get under each other's skins sometimes, but we have a good working relationship for the most part.
Toby, I mean no offense, but why are you the most killed off engine?
No offense taken. I think it's just because I am easier to kill off than a steam engine or a diesel because of my box shape. This makes using props or body doubles much easier for the special effects team.
How would you like the series to end off?
Well, first off, it's more of an event than a series. It's only meant to be 4 episodes, but an ending, I'm not sure. I would hope the good guys would win.
I do hope so too. One final question before we wrap up. Are you and Henrietta married?
Of course we are. Even though we're only trains and coaches, we do love each other very much.
How lovely. Thanks so much for coming, Toby.
Thanks for having me, Keith.
We will be right back after this with our fan Q&A segment. Welcome back. It's time for some questions from you lovely fans. First, Keith, what happened to Boko and Sodor in the SCP? Well, Boko has not been introduced yet, so I have no idea. Next up, Keith, how long have you been a talk show host? Not as long as I would like it to be. This is my 4th episode if you count the Keith Wickham Show, so not very long, but I would like to think I am getting better with my job. Next is, Keith, have you ever driven one of the engines? Yes, I have. I am the main star of Sodor Dark Realm. I have driven Gordon and Percy. More with Percy, those. Finally, Keith, who will be your next guest star? Well, Percy and the Beast Productions hasn't told me yet, but I bet it will be somebody cool and interesting. Remember, cool fans, if you have any awesome questions, please put them in the comments section below and I will try to answer them on the next episode of Sodor Live. Goodbye for now, see you next time, and happy Halloween! This is Keith Wickham, signing off.